Hello Libra, and welcome to your Tarotscopes for the time of August 2017. Now, of course, we're going to be covering the home and the family, or where you are within yourself right now. We'll be talking about your career goals and aspirations, things that you're trying to achieve, your finance, health and well-being, and your relationship areas. Okay, so the first thing that you do have around you in connection with the home and the family. Well, look, you've got the what we call judgment sitting here, and when judgment turns up, okay, it usually tells you that you've got some very serious or very strong decisions that need to be made in connection with the home and the family dynamics. This could be contracts and agreements. Maybe there's major moves going on. You might be finding that you're really coming down to making some major commitments as far as buying a home, relocation, like I said. Okay, maybe this is time to add to the family, take your relationship to another dynamic, or take on something a little bit more secure. And this could be just be loans and dividends or renovations or things like this. Whatever it is, I feel it's quite positive, and you've got some very good support sitting around this month to see it all happen. In connection with your career goals and aspirations, okay, look, you've got the Justice in reverse. When this turns up, it tells us that it's not a very strong opportune time to go pushing your weight around. Not that you would, because you're a Libra and you like things balanced. However, there is some unfavorable circumstances. Others may not be on the same page as you. There may not be enough work sitting around. Maybe what you want right now is not applicable, but it will be in the next couple of weeks. And they don't want you getting out of sync with what needs to be happening right now. So this is a chance for you to focus on what can be developed or done now in the present time, so that when situations do move ahead, you're better prepared. It's not going to be an easy month, but it's not going to be that difficult either. It's more about a little bit more of finding some ways of just being able to hash things out, or like I said, find a bit of a balance in the mayhem. Now, for those that are looking for work, obviously the optimum word is patience and tolerance. There are some imbalances here. You may have already gone for interviews and you're waiting for a hear back. You may have found that every time you go to do something, the computer's not working, your resume's got lost, you can't find where you need to be, whatever this may be. But these are only just testing you at the moment. I know it's easy for me to say because I'm sitting on this end of the camera and I'm not going through what you're going through just yet, but it doesn't mean that you haven't got the chance of having some great successes. This is how to turn something that isn't as favorable into something that is workable for you. And you may be finding the challenge is taking up a casual job or position, maybe doing a little bit of training, filling in some gaps in the meantime to make you feel proactive, or to bring about some results which can help you for when circumstances do change and you're able to, be better prepared for better times ahead. In connection with your finances, okay, look, we've got the Queen of Pentacles sitting here. She is all about structure, strength, support, and beautiful foundation. So no matter what you're doing financially, this month is really going to deliver very strongly to building blocks that you need. So this is going to be important for investment in yourself, in your property, into others, into possibly business, whatever it takes. And I feel like going back to ground basics here. Now, because I look at her very earthy, a lot of the times we find people spend money on their yards, such as, putting in a pool and updating, the yard, or, putting in a new fence, or painting and sprucing up their property with, bringing it into the 20th century, so to speak, or modernizing it. And if this is the case, like I said, good support sitting around there. But if you are investing into a career path or a goal or study or so forth, this could help you also knowing that you've got backing, whether this comes through the government, whether it comes through applications and forms, whatever it is, I feel good security around your finances. In connection with your health and your well-being. Okay, so you've got the Seven of Wands in reverse here. This talks about the fact of not giving in to indecision. Now, if you've been contemplating making a few changes for yourself and haven't got around to doing so, maybe this month enables you by giving you a bit of a push in the right direction. Now, of course, I'm not a doctor, so if you do have a medical or health issue, it's about you gaining the right advice from a professional. All I'm here to do is give you an overview of what I think may be around. So what I've got here is a little bit bit of indecision. So your focus and concentration is going to be a little bit over, all over the place. And maybe you could be finding yourself procrastinating so much that you actually put off doing what you know you need to do. So if I was to look at a house number to represent this, I would be looking at the 7th house, because this is the 7 of Wands, the 7th house, which would be dealing in and around your star sign of Libra. So this rules the bladder, it rules the adrenals, it rules kidneys, it rules the blood work, keeping things in balance. So if you know that there are tests that you need to do, if you've been just, trying to keep the peace in certain areas, maybe your body's exhausted now and it needs you to find some answers. So this could be a good time to really search outside your normal spheres and kind of see what you can come up with to help put yourself back on track. In connection with your relationship areas, look, you've got the 5 of Wands sitting here. This is important because it shows here that you're going through a little bit of internal opposition within yourself. Part of you is making you feel like you need to really push that point home, and maybe this is not normally you. Maybe you're quite placid and stand back, but something's really pushing a few of your buttons in this month, and maybe this is a chance for you to kind of like get a little bit more understanding of what maybe your partner needs or what maybe you need in order for you both to be happy. This is competitive, so this tells me, if you're going to be attending any functions, okay, it could be about you both enjoying this. Look, it might be a sporting function, that's competition. Okay, it could be that this is about you both kind of not sitting there kind of looking at what you can't do, but look at what you both can do. And maybe this is about bringing back in date night, challenging each other, to bring back a little bit of romance and rekindling here. Whatever it is, it's not worth going into arguments and frustrations about, I can assure you, okay, because I do feel at the end of the day you're going to have some positive results. It's just about who's going to give in first, okay? But I reckon if you reach a compromise, you'll be fine. Win-win situation. Okay, for those that are single and looking, I feel that you have to have somebody literally bowl you over for you to be able to open your eyes and go, oh my God, there's a potential relationship here. Because part of you is still stuck in the past and the other part of you wants something else to change so that you can say that I can move on. But the challenge is whether you are open to this or not. And I think Spirit's just going to say, oh, look, we're just going to have to, literally bring this person in, sit them right in front of, their face and let them take a really good look at this person and say, oh my God, this person is really kind of saying to me, hey, let's go for a date. And when I've said no, they're going to say, well, hey, why don't we do dinner? Or why don't we meet up here? We've got mutual friends. Whatever it is, they're going to keep persisting, but in a beautiful way. And that's to bring you outside of yourself. Okay guys, thank you so much. I really hope that you've had a chance to enjoy your Tarotscopes. I love knowing how things turned out. So please tell me, send me some feedback, whether you visit my Carolyn Clairvoyant Facebook page or leave it on my YouTube channel. I really appreciate knowing how things go. Thank you so much for your time and energy, everybody, and cosmic hugs.